act, and even think in a way that makes you feel, well, there are only idiots around. But maybe it's not their fault. We are just different, and these differences are not always obvious. What if I told you that there is a way to establish effective communication with anyone? Imagine that you can look into the thoughts of your boss, colleagues, or clients, understand their fears and desires without saying a word. I came across an incredibly interesting work, There Are Only Idiots Around by Thomas Erickson. Let's take a closer look at what it's about. Thomas Erickson, in his book, There Are Only Idiots Around, offers an incredibly simple but effective tool for understanding human behavior, the method of four-color personality types. This system not only explains why people behave one way or another, but also helps to improve communication. Today we will figure out how colors affect our interaction, find out our personality type, and learn how to use this information for harmonious communication. Part 1. Four colors of personality type. The basis of Erickson's theory is the DISC model, which divides people into four categories. The author made it easier to understand by labeling each category with a color: red, yellow, green, and blue. Each color symbolizes a certain set of character traits and behavior. Here are their key features. Reds. Leaders and innovators. The Reds are people of action. They focus on results, prefer to take the initiative and achieve goals. Their strengths are confidence, energy, and determination. However, their disadvantages are also obvious. They can be impatient and even aggressive in communication. If you argue with Red, he will choose victory rather than compromise. Yellow. The soul of the company. The yellow ones are the ones who are always in the spotlight. They charge others with optimism, love fun companies, and creative tasks. They are easily recognized by their energetic behavior and expressive gestures. Their main drawback is inconsistency. They quickly lose interest in boring tasks and may forget about important details. Green. Harmony and support. The greens are the most calm and good-natured. They value stability, are patient, and always ready to help. If you are looking for a person who will listen and support, this is green. But there is also a downside. The greens are afraid of conflict and often avoid open discussion of problems. Blue. Logic and order. The blue ones are analysts and perfectionists. They strive for the ideal. They love consistency and accuracy. If you need to analyze the data or make a detailed plan, blue will do the best job. The blues do not tolerate mistakes, so they constantly check their work. If you provide them with a 50-page instruction, they will definitely study it carefully and then ask additional questions to be sure that they understood everything correctly. It is difficult for the blues to make decisions and capture the big picture because they are too focused on the details. Let's look at each color type through a real-life example. Imagine that you and your friends are organizing a party. What will Red do? He will immediately take control of the situation and take over the organization, setting a date, time, and drawing up a program. He delegates the rest of the tasks to others. The main thing for him is control. So the party starts on Saturday at 1600, and Red will make sure that everything is in order, and he will go into the background. He will not be interested in your opinion, since he has already decided everything, and you will only have to fulfill his plan. See you on Saturday. But the yellow friend will literally jump for joy. He can't choose what to arrange, a costume party or a cocktail party. There are hundreds of ideas spinning in his head, and he wants to discuss each one. For him, the main thing is for everyone to have fun, for everyone to dance. Yellow doesn't care too much about how feasible his plans are, he just wants it to be the best party. He has already invited a DJ and will order a giant cake during the discussion. It's not always clear if he's serious about saying all this or just sharing his thoughts out loud, but his enthusiasm is breathtaking. The greens, as always, are the most calm and balanced. You should not expect them to be very active. They will make sure that everything goes smoothly. It is important for the greens that everything goes according to plan, without surprises and last-minute changes. They warmly welcome guests, make sure that there is enough food and drinks for everyone, and do everything to make everyone feel comfortable and enjoy their time. The greens do not need honors or attention. They prefer to stay in the shadows and avoid the spotlight, and the blue ones will worry about every detail and make others nervous. They need to think everything through to the smallest detail and follow a clear schedule. They will always have a lot of questions. And if someone doesn't come, what should I do if I need to reschedule the party? How to accurately calculate the amount of food? What should I do if someone shows up uninvited? The blue ones will make a checklist, compile a table, and, possibly, familiarize themselves with the local rules of events. There is no lack of training for them. They can't feel confident unless they do everything perfectly. The red one will probably tell the blue one, "Calm down, everything will be fine." The party will certainly take place even if something does not go according to plan. Now let's determine what color type of personality you have. Based on the description of each type, think about whose style of behavior most resembles yours. Write your color profile in the comments. Perhaps you will recognize in these types not only yourself, but also your parents or colleagues. And if you feel that your character combines features of two types, for example, blue and red, this is quite possible. Only 5% of people have one color type of personality, while 80% of people have two, and some even three colors. To establish contact with a person, it is important to be on the same wavelength with them. If you see a blue one in front of you, communicate with him in blue. With yellow, in yellow, and with red, it is better to get right to the point without prolonging the conversation. With red, you should not go into the details. Talk to him clearly and to the point, without being distracted by details. If you are too abstract, red will lose interest in the conversation. These people are real workaholics. They are focused on results and are ready to work overtime if necessary. To gain their respect, show that you're also willing to put effort into the work. The reds value efficiency. For them, a quick and high-quality result is important, not mistakes made. To establish contact with red, act quickly, decisively, and clearly. Do not delay. Do not linger on the details. Do your part and make room for their rapid progress. Reds can be short-tempered, and you need to be prepared for emotional outbursts. If he shows anger, do not hesitate to say that his behavior is unacceptable, and do not let yourself be broken. With yellow, you need to create a friendly and positive atmosphere. These people are the best when they are happy and surrounded by pleasant company. Yellow people like to fantasize, they always have a lot of ideas, and they want to be supported. Be interested in their ideas, be open, and you will quickly find a common language. However, yellow people can be easily distracted, so it is important to make a clear plan for them. Help them not to get scattered and get lost in conversations. Be patient, especially if they tend to deviate from the topic. Constantly direct their attention to practical points, giving clear and precise instructions. When you work with blue, don't be distracted by personal conversations or general phrases. They appreciate a business-like approach and realistic ideas. Make sure that you have all the necessary data and that you are ready to answer all the questions. The blues are skeptics, and they need to be sure that the proposed idea has a real basis. The blues tend to analyze every aspect before making a decision, so it's important to provide them with all the data they need. To speed up this process, set clear deadlines and assign those responsible. When blue is in doubt, clarify his intuition and help him make a decision by supporting him in the process. When we come across people whose reactions seem strange or inappropriate, it doesn't always mean that they are really idiots. Perhaps their behavior just doesn't match our perception of the world. Part 3. Stress factors for each color type. The Achilles heel of the reds is their self-esteem. The fastest way to get Red mad is to take away his control. The Reds can't stand it when decisions are made without their participation. This is due to the fact that they consider their ideas to be the best and prefer to be leaders. The Reds are focused on quick results and success. If you want to upset them, act slowly, unenthusiastically, and ineffectively. If their team does not achieve rapid success, they quickly lose interest and start blaming others. Monotonous work is not suitable for Reds. They hate monotony and are always looking for a change. If someone makes mistakes, Red can fly into a rage, believing that everyone around is incompetent. And of course, you shouldn't tell him to calm down or stop screaming. To deal with his anger, act straightforwardly, direct his energy in the right direction. If he obeys, give him the opportunity to switch to something important to him and change the situation. Stress for yellows starts with ignoring. Yellow people are people who live by communication and the energy of others. If you want to piss Yellow off, ignore him. It will be a real torture for him. It is also scary for the yellows to be isolated. They need to be part of the team. Criticism in the presence of others, especially in front of everyone, is a disaster for them. Yellow people can get very upset and withdraw into themselves. To help Yellow cope with stress, offer him time in the company. Let it be a small meeting with friends or a fun event. The main thing is that he feels in his element. The greens are prone to stress due to changes and conflicts. They value stability and avoid surprises. If you want to stress the green one, ask him to do something new, especially without prior warning. The constant change of tasks or lack of clarity will lead to panic. When criticizing green, be careful. For him, any criticism is a blow to self-esteem. The greens do not like to be the center of attention and avoid communicating with strangers. To help the green man cope with stress, give him space and time. Let him relax and gradually return to his usual tasks. The blues do not tolerate disorder. They value predictability and think carefully about every step. Violation of the established plan can unsettle them. Spontaneity or unpredictability is stressful for blue. Mistakes made by carelessness can make him lose his temper. If something doesn't go according to plan, blue perceives it as a serious obstacle. In a stressful situation, the blues become overly critical. They begin to look for the slightest flaws. To help blue, isolate him. Give him time to analyze the situation. Help him look at the problem from the other side by reminding him of his successes in difficult situations. Each color type is unique, and it is important to understand how to manage stress in relationships with people based on their temperament. Part 4. Compatibility of digital profiles in society. Which color types are best combined with each other? Is it possible to assemble a team of blue ones? You should not rely on the same type of people in the same project. The best option is a combination of different color types. Some combinations work better than others, while others can lead to conflicts. There are usually 3 key aspects that cause such conflicts: the pace of work, communication, and priorities. 1. The pace of work. Red and yellow like to work fast. They avoid diving into details and focus on the overall result. The main thing for them is to do everything quickly. How exactly? It's not that important anymore. Blue and green, on the contrary, prefer more measured work. It is important for them to think through every step, discuss the details, and only then act. They make decisions slowly, but they are backed up by facts and logic. In this tandem, the processes will go slowly, but with careful preparation, and without haste. 2. Communication. Red and yellow are talkative, energetic, and motivating interlocutors. They always know what they want and charge others with their confidence. However, due to their fast pace of communication and excessive activity, they often do not hear each other, which can lead to disagreements. In contrast, the blue and green ones are more reserved and silent, immersed in work. Their conversations are infrequent, but full of meaning. They don't like to talk much, but if contact is established, they can offer deep ideas. In this tandem, communication will be more calm and thoughtful. 3. Priorities. The red and blue ones are result-oriented. If they had participated in the race, the reds would have immediately rushed forward, and the blues would have carefully planned the path first, checking every detail. The greens and yellows care more about people and relationships than about the end result. The greens are more calm, while the yellows are active and talkative. Together, they will create a harmonious atmosphere, discussing everyone's contribution and not getting into conflicts. The greens will be able to calm the yellows, and the yellows in turn bring the necessary dynamism. Which color combinations are the most problematic? Red and green. This combination should be avoided. Imagine that they are going on a trip. At best, red will command, and green will follow the instructions. However, if green becomes the leader, his slowness will greatly upset red. Reds do not tolerate procrastination and may get annoyed if they do not see rapid progress. Blue and yellow. This is probably the most difficult combination. Yellows are prone to fast and noisy activity, ignoring details and instructions. They want to act immediately, without hesitation. While the blues are slowly but methodically developing a plan, preferring to work alone and avoid the hustle and bustle. This conflict of interest and pace of work will lead to the fact that each will annoy the other, and interaction will be extremely ineffective. So for successful work, it is best to combine different color types, creating a balanced team where everyone complements each other. The main lesson of Thomas Erickson's book is that the world is not divided into good and bad people. We're all different, and that's fine. When you understand your color and the colors of others, life becomes easier and more enjoyable. What color do you see yourself in? Share in the comments. It will be interesting to find out. If you liked this video and found it useful, don't forget to like it. This helps the video become more visible and allows more people to see this content. And if you don't want to miss new videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to receive notifications about new videos. Your support is very important to us, and we will be happy to continue creating content for you. Thanks for watching.